Hello guys and welcome to a production video. This is a video looking at all the technical stuff behind my A-level drama production. Now I'm taking A-level drama and I'm specialising in lighting and in fact video design. So currently up in the control room in the Ferndale Theatre. So I'm going to give you a quick look around at what's going on the setup we've got going at the moment. If you've been watching my videos for a while you'll probably recognise most of this stuff. So let me just give you a quick look around at what we've got going on. First of all, here we have an Allen & Heath Z22FX. This is our main sound desk. We're not actually using that many channels. In fact, I'm only using one main audio output, which goes straight from the computer, and then these two channels here are monitor channels, which run up to our monitoring in here. We've also in fact got a CD player here, Newmark dual CD player, which is connected into these two channels here. That's acting as a backup. If the computer dies, I'm still able to get audio using this CD deck here. I'm also running reverb effects on the output using the built-in effects here, just a reverb 1, delay and verb, using the FX fader here to bring it in when I need it. So speaking of monitoring, if we go right up to the top here, we've got an amplifier and some Tannoy monitors there and there. That is our monitoring for in the control room. It's just running off an old Yamaha amplifier. And those are connected to some SM58s which are outside up in the lighting rig. Moving more onto audio stuff, we've got a comm system here that's not actually being used. And further down we get to our amp rack. We've got 4 DAS amplifiers, we're only using 3 of them at the moment because 2 of the speakers aren't hooked up. We've also got the Newmark transport unit for the CD player, and then up at the top here we've got a Rane crossover. And next door to the amp case we have the Drama Video-01, which is the drama editing computer. This is a i7 quad-core computer with some okay-ish specs, which makes it good for video, and it's running all of the video projections in the production. So ignore the bottle of water. Also got these headphones here which connect up to the sound desk, which I'm using also for monitoring. So here's the screen for the computer. We're using a piece of software called Resolume Arena 4. I use a piece of software in my AS drama production to run all the video I used in that. So we've got 3 different layers of video here with all the tracks spreading across. I'll give you a little bit more of a look at that in just one moment. And we've got space here with the script. There's the mouse with a very nice ETC mouse mat. Alongside the computer we've also got my Newmark DJ2Go, which I'm using as a MIDI controller to control the video software. As you can see here, if I move this fader up and down, we're controlling the fade time in the software. So basically it means it's much easier for me to control the video without having to move the mouse around. I can just press the buttons on the controller to do what I need it to do. Then moving over towards lighting, we're using the ETC Ion lighting desk to run the show. It's got a fader wing on the side, and we're also running it with 2 touch screens. You've seen this before from my... all you can see though of the screens is the reflection of the 2 fluorescents on the ceiling. But yeah, we're not running actually that many cues. I think in total I've got 29 lighting cues. So it's not too bad. It's relatively simple lighting. The video is what makes it complicated. Moving across more, what shall I look at next? Up here we've got a little power pack here, and this is running, turn this on, that was not plugged in, but some LED strip lights which are using as work lights to see what we're doing. So the video comes out of the computer here, runs along underneath the desk and pops back up here and goes into this little box here, which is a black box. Basically what this does is it converts the VGA into a Cat5 or Ethernet signal, which is then sent through an Ethernet patch here on the wall to go to the projector outside. I'll show you that in just a moment. It's up there. But we've also got another output on the back of here, so the video goes in here, goes out through the Ethernet, but also goes out here through this VGA, which runs up and connects to this monitor here, so that while the actors are on stage, they can see the projections coming up on the screen here, so they've kind of got a preview without having to turn around. So if they need to be cued from it, they can see what's going on the screens without having to look behind them. And as usual, it's quite messy in here. We're doing a 4-camera shoot this production, so we've got 4 video cameras, including the one I'm holding, to film the production, and that's all being edited in Adobe Premiere Pro. And then we've also got some crud in the corner. Oh yeah, clapperboard for syncing up the video. Got an iMac and some other bits and pieces behind there. What else have we got? Some tripods here we're using for filming, and yeah, lots of cables, and that's pretty much it for out here. So coming out of the control room now, I've got a few things I want to point out to you. Here is the set. Now all these screens are suspended from the gantry above. They're all being projected onto by one large projector up there, but we're using Resolume to do projection mapping to basically split them up into lots and lots of different screens, which I'll show you in just a moment. So let's take a look at the projector first, which is up here. If you've seen the videos I did on my AES drama show, you may recognise this projector. It's the same one. It's an NEC wide-angle projector, which we have mounted upside down on the ceiling, and it's humongous. Unfortunately, this projector isn't an HD projector. It only runs in standard definition, which is a shame, but they don't really make HD projectors that have a really short throw on them, because if you notice, there's not much distance between where the projector is and where the screens are, and considering how big the screens are. So this projector is designed for really short throw stuff, which is what we're doing here. Next thing I want to mention is down here we have a little lamp which is currently being controlled via the lighting desk. So if I go on to Submaster on the Ion, one little thing I really like about the Ion is you can see here you can label on these screens what the subs are, so you don't have to label up the faders with tape, you can just use the screens. So what I can show you now is the lamp on the Submaster. So you can see here this lamp is being controlled via the dimmers. Also got another little effect light I want to show you, which is in the wings on this side. So let me go show you this one. So I'm using a profile hidden in the wings to give the effect of light being cast into a dark room from an open door. If we go into the wings here, I'll be able to show you. You can see here we have a tank trap with a scaffold pole. Oops, let me show you. And then up here we have a profile. I'm also using some LED fixtures in the show. Up the top here we've got 4 American DJ Mega 24 Pros, which we're using as backlights. Right, you're not going to be able to see very much for this next bit if I'm up on the lighting gantry here, so if I turn the camera around, there's our projector, and here are our 4 Mega 24 Pros using as backlights. Got some Fresnels up here as well. But we can give us a colour changing backlight, which is very useful. But by far my favourite thing about this production, and the thing that's taking the most time, is the video. I finally got the projector turned on. This production is based around the Hillsborough disaster. It's a A2 devised piece, so we've come up and written the script and done all the research and based the production around the Hillsborough football disaster. So what you're seeing now is some video footage, news rolling footage that I've got projected onto the back of the screens during the show. So the way I did this is I created a template in Photoshop, which I then put into Premiere Pro and designed all my video around that template. And then I put the template into the projection mapping software, mapped out the video to the template, and then whenever I put any of my edited video in, it all lined up perfectly onto the screens. And as you can see, if I point the camera at the box, my little preview monitor there is showing exactly what's on the screens so that the actors can see what they're doing. Now unfortunately I can't play any of the audio that goes along with this video,